Okay, cool. Alex does yet another thing.
American Alex Honnold.
American rock climber Alex Honnold.
Free solo climber Alex Honnold
has scaled one of Asia's tallest buildings
in a record 91 minutes.
It turned into a major spectacle on Sunday, with thousands of people coming out to cheer the legendary.
It's been a lifelong dream of mine to climb a skyscraper.
Oh, sorry, wrong Alex.
You want to do something that's challenging for the right reasons, that doesn't feel contrived, it's like beautiful, it's aesthetic, it's everything, it's perfect.
Now, ironically, I was in Taipei for my birthday about 1 week later, where all vegetarians go to starve to death.
The meatballs are all right.
One of the core reasons I went was just to go and enjoy some climbing. Whoa! Yahoo! We should go to Taiwan. It's the dry season.
So dry.
Then we got to enjoy some of the beautiful canyons there with Justin Wu and the owner of Tebalon.
This is the waterproof fuel bag.
Yep. And we also got to meet up with Climbing Taiwan, who helps us source many of the bolts that we have. And then we got to do some very serious science.
Use an entire roll. It's time to whip.
Will I whip?
Oh, you didn't use enough tape, bro. And you can definitely see that building from very far away. Now, after I get home, Climbing Taiwan sends me some links to the behind the scenes of the Taipei 101 climb. And what's that? So then I check out the BTS video next.
And that's what makes Alex so fascinating. It's the fact that he has that control over his fears.
When you're doing something like this and he's off ropes.
Wait, back up. Was that the drill-powered pulley? No way. Now, to understand why that was so cool, we have spent the last 2 years helping Awa bring the best priced drill-powered ascender to the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand market.
90% of what we do is just putting shafts into holes.
This is how the sausage is made.
And just a few days ago, it became the first Z3 59.9 certified powered ascender, which means it's rated for rope access and rescue. Like literally a few days ago. We're just doing final QC and waiting for the new user manuals to show up. This has consumed most of my life, my cash, and my space, and most of my engineers' time for the last 12 months. It is why this test machine isn't to market yet. We've done all that because we believe this tool is a game changer, and it felt really special to see it used in such a cool project like that. So I do what any dude does with a newsletter. I wrote about it. We put more than 10 hours a week into each newsletter. There's no AI. It's the latest content we put out, and of course, the behind the scenes, plus a giveaway. So go sign up. Anyways, after I sent that out to 50,000 people,
a few moments later,
I got a message saying I rigged that. So that was yet another no way. Wilson taught me a Highline Anchor class 15 years ago. And it just so happened that we are both going to be at the Petzl headquarters in Salt Lake City in just a few weeks. He was there for a comp, and I was going to the annual Sprat Rope Access meeting. So after getting to Petzl's beautiful facility and learning how to pee in a urinal, our paths crossed for only 1 hour. And Petzl was kind enough to find us the quietest room so Wilson could tell us how to rig a free solo.
So this was a year before?
This is all from the actual event. Okay. The stuff that they released in that BTS video, they filmed that BTS at the Recce.
Gotcha.
Almost a year prior to the launch of the actual event. We had two different systems, cable cam system, and then we had the human camera operator haul. Brett Lowell actually being hauled himself while operating a camera. I was actually setting his frame. I was framing up his shot. I was sitting at a station with a Z3 pulley and a Makita 36 volt.
You have the big drill, yeah?
Yeah. I was able to communicate with him, and like I'm operating the Z3 with the drill, watching his frame, listening to cues from him and the director, and either going faster or slower. We had an amazing communication system where you could be tuned into 6 different channels at one time. So I had him in my ear, he had me in his ear, we had the director as well as the rest of my rigging team.
I mean, because it's a live shot.
It's a live shot.
Okay.
So everything has to be nailed.
Which is 100 times harder.
You're basically on-sighting every time. Like,
yep.
You have to nail it.
Was curious because you did use the big drill. Do you find that to be necessary, or do you just big tools are big better?
Smoothness was a thing. It had a larger speed range within the two speed gears. Batteries like
you have 2 sets of batteries on the back.
And I think we went through 6 batteries for one 400 meter.
Now, is the tripod getting the rope completely over the edge, just straight down?
had a clean path all the way from the head of the tripod to the ballast anchors up the floor. Bottom was slabby. There's the bamboo box section. Yeah, that's completely vertical. Below that, there was like 100 meters of like slab that stuck out 30 feet.
How far away is the cameraman from the building trying to shoot? Or are they off to the side?
Off to the side a little bit, we did have his guidelines anchored on the bottom, probably 50 feet from the base of the building. So we purposely kept Brett on the opposite side of the dragging features from Alex. Created a safety buffer.
Was there only one human camera operation going on?
There's only one going on at one time, but we had two of them on the building. First was 400 meters, and that was Brett's. The second was a much shorter one, all the way from the ground to the top of the bamboo boxes. Yeah, and then the building becomes much more like terrace. Top of the 90th floor, the top of the bamboo boxes, there's like a big floor level to reset there. And
then you just had a different operator there.
Totally separate system to cameraman too.
Were there drones?
There were drones and helicopter. The rigging was a collaboration between my company, Gravity Line, and Waldo Etherington's company, Remote Roast. So we tackled it together. There's a team of high-angle camera operators, 6, I believe, led by Brett Lull. Massive team of tech. I think I heard total production team number was 170 something people.
It is crazy how much goes into a show, because we did the Pushing the Line show, and it was just kind of shocking how complex it is from filming on a cell phone on a table to whatever they do.
There's miles of fiber optic cable ran through the building.
The whole thing was being planned a year prior. How much changed from that to the final event from a rigging standpoint?
I personally actually wasn't on the original recce. That was just Waldo and Jason Pickles. I was aware of the rigging plan. It was still like a 400 meter guideline haul, just like the way we rigged the vortex, the artificial high directional over the edge. That was a little bit different. In the recce, we did not rig a cable cam.
How much of that cable cam was used during the show versus the human cam?
Yeah, the really like smooth footage was cable cam. Cable cam was positioned just out from Brett. You can actually see Brett in the cable cam shot.
What type of rope are you using? Because you'd want that to be hyperstatic, no?
We had one Edelrid hyperstatic.
Is if it's soupy at all, not going to do its job. And how do you tension it? Is that just IDs or rigs at the bottom?
Yeah, that was just 3-to-1s on an ID. And then for the cable cam, we had like a equalizing mechanical advantage system, so both lines share the same amount of tension.
Is the cable cam going up and down on a wire or a rope?
Techno or rope.
3 mil? Something?
No, this was the C4EY quick line.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The motors just moved the camera up and down?
No, that was on a Z3.
Oh, you're moving the actual camera?
We moved the cable cam on a Z3. With 9mm rope.
That's pretty cool. I was like a whole like normal shit that I'm used to like seeing. Yeah, so you can control it to be whatever you want.
Yeah.
It doesn't blow around in the wind?
The wind sail effect was quite massive on the ropes. I think we were getting like over 30 feet of deflection. But the cable can system with a kilonewton of tension, standing tension on the guidelines.
I just got to tear it out. I was learning about, you don't want to cantilever out your thing. How are you getting over the edge if you're not cantilevering?
We're tipping the head out. So we have this set up in a sideways easel leg configuration. The easel leg set up on top of the dragon box. So we actually are tipping it out. We're just making sure that the resultant is pointing within the footprint of that easel leg. The forces are still being directed within the footprint of the tripod.
Ironically, we have an entire episode coming out. Welcome to the Tripodation Station. We have with tripods and how you can keep the forces within the footprint, and that's called the resultant. And we even used a little cat toy in order to show this in a real life scenario. Otherwise, your tripod could tip over, and that would be bad.
So it's really important for the people on the top side to keep an eye on these pulleys to make sure we're not getting close to our footprint.
How do you deal with dropping things? Third highest cause of either deaths or injuries in rope access.
That was huge, not only for the obvious concern, but for getting the job approved. The building wanted to know that we had that under control. We took it very seriously. A lot of tethers, a lot of like checks on each other. Anytime anybody goes into a position where they could drop something, check your pockets. Have somebody check the back of your harness, make sure there's not a carabiner halfway clipped to your harness. Like having phone tethers is great.
You could kill somebody with an iPhone.
Taking like those moments before you go into the zone where you could drop something and have consequence.
And have a really clean job site where you just don't have a loose item there, because that could also jump over the edge.
So we dealt with a lot of wind
on the day,
the lead up to it, which was really hard because we didn't get to rehearse nearly as much as we wanted to. And on the day of, like, Alex kind of just squeaked into a appropriate time frame condition.
Yeah, didn't they have to push it off a day? It got rained out.
That was morning of when he showed up for Alex to solo the building. This was probably the worst day of it.
This top half here was that short?
So you can see the vortex right there.
Okay. What's a normal gig per gravity line?
This is kind of normal. Yeah, really cool job. We noticed the rope access industry, or at least like the what you'd think of with the Sprat Irata style rope access, going in a direction like very much focused on wind farms and oil rigs. The jobs we're doing doesn't exactly fit under that same umbrella. We're quite different than like a L3 on an oil rig to be able to have the knowledge and skill base and know how to like pull off jobs like this and other ones.
It seems like it just branches off into some of the craziest things. So he's got all his pocket checks and tools on him. And what are you anchoring to? Are those I-beams they had there?
Window washing swing stage. We were anchoring to like the rail that rides on. Little TV in a suitcase with an RF frequency to Brett's camera. Director is also seeing it in tech camp, and I just sat here with the Z3. The cable cam's operated right here.
How many backups do you have? What's your oh shit moment? What's your oh shit plan? The battery or the drill or the Z3 is just not doing what you want?
We had one spare Z3, which Waldo and I have both actually used them quite a bit. I'm quite confident in the Z3. So part of the system that we were less confident about was definitely the drills.
Especially in long hauls like that.
We had probably 20 Makita batteries. We did operate the cable cam Z3 off of a 120 right angle drill.
Oh, that's smart. Your power source is reliable. Why didn't you do it to the other one then?
I find those drills actually burn up easier.
Are they not brushless?
I don't know. They seem to just not do as well with the higher load. It's a Bosch drill. And we found like the variable speed control on it. It was really nice.
And what rope are you hauling with?
Cable cam setup that was riding on the C4EY pick line.
Yeah.
And the haul line
Yeah.
was the quick line, the 9mm quick line.
Super static.
Incredible.
Yeah. They come out of Switzerland.
Well.
We stock those. They are nice.
Yeah. C4EY was also, I have to say, like incredible to work with.
Yeah, he's really nice. That's cool to use those ropes for that. What about the person? To haul the person, it doesn't meet like Taipei ropes if you can't like slip and fall on it to absorb a little shock. Unless your whole system has maybe shock absorbers or something. But
Brett's haul was a semi-static nylon.
Was it?
Nylon.
And he's not bouncing?
No, yeah, he's not jogging.
You pulled all the tension out with the Z.
And we're working smoothly. If you're lowering and you like let a handle slow and stop abruptly, it would definitely bounce. With the Z3, you can stay quite smooth. Haul line was semi-static nylon, a hyperstatic, and a nylon guidelines.
Okay. Yeah. So the tripods are just right next to each other. And that's, which one's cable cam?
Cable cam's is like...
Is that one?
Yeah, we call this an H-pole configuration.
So that's 2 tripods.
Yes.
That's when you're trying to flex. How many tripods you got,
yeah,
right?
4 of them on the side.
So you do an H setup there.
And that's so you can get an exact distance on the track lines. The spread on the track lines can match the cable cam exactly.
And how long did it take you to set all this up?
We were there for a week. We set up all the tripod positions. There was one tripod we set up and took down like 4 times. Set it up editorially. It wasn't right. Take it down. Decided they want it back. And then we also set up all these exposed camera tripod locations for the camera operators. Those were on all of the Bambi boxes going up. So those are stationary
camera people
all the way up.
And how did they get there?
There was doors out to the balconies, and they're on a fall restraint system at those tripods. We rigged the ladder for Alex up top. Okay, there's like one section of the building that's just not climbable, so you rigged a caving ladder there.
How funny is that?
Yeah.
What a tough hour.
It was actually like one of the harder parts, but free. Thing like blew around in the wind like crazy. We didn't expect that much wind, and we didn't expect that much the wind to like mess with the systems as much as they did. Made the D-rig super hard. On the day things went well, 20 minutes after he topped out, the winds just went crazy.
Whoa.
We actually weren't able to D-rig that day. So when the ropes are anchored at the bottom and the top,
it's
secured, right? Like
fine-ish.
They made deflect way out and it looks really scary.
And it's not flat webbing,
but
it's round.
No, yeah, it's round, so
Yeah.
it doesn't flutter a bunch. And it may look really scary because they're deflecting like 60 feet and you're like, holy shit, that's a lot of like load on that rope. If you were to take one of those off, it's 400 meters of rope, like a tail in the center of a super busy city. And they would just wrap around the building.
Oh yeah, that would be a nightmare.
So you had to postpone D-rigging due to high winds.
Are you doing like taglines to get the primary ropes up to where you're just it's only 4 mil paracord, or is that just a nightmare to get stuck on everything?
Track lines are quite small, 7.9.
Yeah.
I think. We used that essentially as a tagline.
Okay.
We hauled all the others up off of that.
So your last thing is a final guideline that you release.
Yeah.
I guess that's not that bad if it's not super windy. On TV, it looked like it all went smooth. A day prior, you couldn't even climb, couldn't D-rig. Were you planning on D-rigging that day?
Yeah, plan was a D-rig. Like
Not bad though.
Well, we didn't need to get it
Didn't
all done.
need to.
We still had another day.
And the building was a super cool to work with, or is it just like always hard to work with a building because a building's nervous about everything?
They were awesome, actually. They had a team that was very enthusiastic. They just wanted to have an understanding of what we were doing.
Not that trust me bro model.
We did do some presentations, and this is what the vortex does, and this is how strong it is, and this is how strong these ropes are. These are the physics behind it, and this is the homework we've done.
Did some of those guys eat it up?
Oh, they loved it.
What were the lights for? Lights everywhere.
The building goes off on like Chinese New Year. They have really cool light shows on the building, and they blasted off loads of fireworks off of all the bamboo box balconies, and it left a soot all over the building, all over the facade pieces that Alex would be grabbing on. It caused the building to be like very greasy.
Those are really fascinating details.
So we ended up having to like scramble, clean every hole that Alex was gonna grab onto.
Are you just taking like a window washer bucket and just scrubbing just this line?
Alex knew what holes he would grab, and he had already rehearsed on it, so we had chalk marks actually.
How long did it take you to clean?
We did it like in a couple different sessions where we could fit it in, like, but that's something we like buffer into a job like this. We're like, okay, these are all the things we can schedule, and we know there's gonna be things that happen. Put in some amount of time for the unknown.
Is he just in a Bosun chair just chilling?
2 Petzl podiums. You gave him a backrest to stabilize him, so he's actually sitting in.
So he's not doing an ab workout for 2 hours?
Yeah, this is like super comfortable.
What's the benefit of having the human operator versus the cable cam?
A lot of it's contingency in live TV. With the human there, they can diagnose problems on the camera. And hey, no, in live TV, you always need a shot.
You need a shot.
If there's not a shot that you can go to. In this situation, if they went to commercial break, I'm pretty sure everybody would think Donald fell.
What's the bag?
A semi-saddle. So he has no gimbal. Cinematically, it's very real to have a person there without a gimbal. The cable cam had a gimbal. It's a beautiful shot. Brett's shot, it's the wind does affect it. Like the elements do affect Brett's shot. For the viewer at home, it's like kind of cool. It's like, oh, I can actually see it.
How long is he sitting there before Alex starts climbing?
23 minutes.
Oh,
sorry. And we ran this system multiple times. This is pretty cool. We had 2 Petzl adjust off a rigging plate, so I could adjust his like pan angle. Yeah, so he was actually able to like adjust his like tilt and his like position to Alex off of that by shortening or lengthening.
Got quite a few jackets on.
And he's stuck. I don't think it's any shorter than 45 minutes bottom to top.
Climb time was what? Hour and a half, 2 hours?
It was an hour and a half.
He's done it.
How exciting was that when it was over from the rigging, camera, logistics?
It was cool because it was a rigging job where there was an event where we had to perform too. We all had to be in our places. We all had to be on point, dialing the systems and nailing it as Alex is doing his thing. You know, we showed up with like game faces on that day. Once he summited, it was like, sweet, nailed it, got the shots. Everything was saved. Everything worked well.
And the show on Netflix is really obviously focused on the main character. They don't cover any of this other stuff that I'm obviously very fascinated by. Maybe the normal audience cares more about the climbing.
They talked about doing more in-depth BTS about it. Maybe in the future, there's more projects like
this will hold people over until then.